Welcome back to the podcast, Redeemed. We're working our way through Matthew. We left off with the temptation of Jesus. After that point, he basically launches his ministry. So he starts preaching, healing people. You have the Sermon on the Mountain there. And then we're going to look at a couple of the other incidences that Jesus was involved in. The first one here is a man with leprosy. One of the things you're going to find out about Jesus is that he has an immense amount of power over sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's better than NyQuil.
Yeah. And, Jesus, I try to put myself in this particular situation because from what I know of leprosy, it was a very bad disease, and it was one of those that was contagious. So,
are you the leper when you think of this, or are you one? Like
no,
because
there was a crowd that was following him when this goes on.
Oh, so you're part of the crowd.
I'm part of the crowd.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
now I'm there.
Okay, sorry.
Which
Keep going.
character are you?
Keep going. Now I'm there.
One
Well,
of
I
the
didn't
people
know
in the crowd who was watching this, because
it
if
matters.
leprosy is actually as contagious as they say it is,
Yeah.
I would imagine you have to like touch the person though.
that's what Jesus does, though.
I know, but I'm saying like the crowd.
I guess.
Like I'm not.
But
I
still,
might be in the crowd watching, but I'm not going near the
but
leper.
Yeah.
correct.
I don't think
with
if
a
he
disease that
sneezes,
is
everybody's
this-
getting leprosy. If he just lets out a big achoo, I don't think everybody in the crowd's getting leprosy.
Yeah, but still, you'd be a
But
little
you don't know that.
cautious about it, and more from the and I'm not talking about I was not so much scared for myself, but the fact that Jesus reached out and touches this guy with leprosy.
Right.
Now,
Shows how unscared Jesus was.
Yeah, how powerful he was.
Exactly.
now, granted, it seems like it was immediate, and then he was immediately healed. So, but for that moment when Jesus reaches out and touches this guy,
It had to be like
Everyone-
silent.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
People are looking at him. Dude,
Do you know what leprosy
do
is?
you know what you just did? Cut the hand. Quick, somebody cut this guy's hand off.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's where they were.
But I do like the way the guy with the leprosy asked too. Jesus, he says, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." So already, he probably had heard some of the stories that Jesus was healing people, so he
Yeah.
believed Jesus could do it. But still, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Jesus reached out his hand. Like I said, there was probably that moment there where people are like,
What is he
Gasp
doing?
the-
yeah.
Don't-
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I love the way Jesus says, "I am willing," and he said, "Be clean." And then immediately, didn't take 3 days. It was immediately he was cleansed. And then he tells him, "What? Don't go tell anybody, but go show yourself to the priest, offer the gift to Moses, commanded as a testimony to them." And that was the stuff they were supposed to do to prove that he no longer had leprosy.
Oh.
This is because otherwise it's not clean. Stay away.
Right, I was going to say unclean. I mean, it was such a viral, if you will, disease that they made him stay outside the city.
In colonies, leper colonies.
Yeah, they were just they would continue on, but not with everybody else.
So that was just his way of going back so that he could be ushered back into society. But I just think it was an interesting story how Jesus did take the time even to deal with a poor man who had leprosy. And then we get to one of my more favorite stories when we talk about Jesus, and that is the faithful centurion. And to kind of set the stage, so we have a centurion who's asking for help because his servant is paralyzed and suffering terribly, which is pretty amazing too, because this servant must have been somebody who was important to the centurion.
Right.
Okay, because it's not it's a servant. It's not somebody in his family. It's a servant.
Right.
So, and servants didn't have a very high standing at that point in time.
No.
And Jesus and the centurion asked him, "Hey, Lord, can you come do this?" Jesus says to him, "I shall come and heal him." Now, there's a response that the centurion had that is what stands out here. The centurion replied, "Lord, I do not deserve to have you under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes. I tell that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed.
Boom. Big day for that centurion.
Yeah.
The
That was the right
centurion
thing to say.
Yeah.
had faith, but he also understood the power that Jesus had.
Correct.
That he didn't have to be there to make it happen. Mm-hmm. He understood that Jesus had the power over sickness and the things of this world. And that's what Jesus tells him. Truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west and will take their place at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the subjects of the kingdom will be thrown outside into darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Jesus said to the centurion, "Go, let it be done, just as you believed it would." Now, the lesson we need to take from this is we need to have that same kind of faith in Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That it's not something that I need you to have to say or come and to do, Lord. It's something I believe that you can do.
Right.
It's a faith. And it's just, it's a great illustration of the kind of faith that Jesus wants from us. Yeah. I mean, what more can you say?
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, no notes.
Yeah.
Guy crushed it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're looking for.
It was the correct response.
Yeah.
But it's not even so much the fact, but he understood authority and he had faith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he was himself a man under authority. He understood what authority was. And he understood that anything here on earth was under the authority of Jesus. Mm-hmm. And that was good enough for him.
And it worked out well for him.
It did.
Yeah.
His servant was healed.
Yeah.
And not only that, he gets mentioned in the Bible.
Gets a shout out.
Confused was that servant? Because the centurion hadn't made it home yet.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the servant who's just lying there paralyzed, all of a sudden his legs are just working again. I'm just saying.
It's like, what happened?
Because it was at least a short walk for the centurion to get back home. Mm-hmm. So there was a point of confusion where he's like, were my legs just asleep the whole time? Or...
Well, I don't know. He probably didn't think... Well, I don't know.
See?
Yeah, I don't know. Would have been interesting.
These are things you don't think about.
And then when the centurion got home, it's like, hey, this is what happened, man.
Guess where I was.
He ran to the front door. Look, they worked. It's like, yeah, I know.
Where do you think I've been?
You're welcome. I talked to the guy who did that. Yeah. No one came by. That's how good this guy is.
Yeah. He's got the authority.
Mm-hmm. He is the all-powerful.
Mm-hmm. So have that same kind of faith that the centurion did. Understand the authority and the power that Jesus truly does have. All right. You guys have a good week. We'll see you next time.